Howdy folks, welcome aboard the channel. I'm Don. I've got a gift request from none other than featherRonni. And Ronnie, thank you for this gift and request. Loretta, hold her. And not the worst advice, but you said something to the effect of sometimes the simple things like communication are obviously necessary in a relationship, to which I wholeheartedly agree. Or for which I wholeheartedly agree. So let's find out what Loretta, the one and only Loretta, has for us with Hold Her. I'm so curious about this. Being a guy, I love to hear like the woman's perspective, assuming a female wrote this. And it's just very helpful. And let that be a lesson to you young guys out there too. Pay attention. Pay attention. You're not going to agree with everything, and you shouldn't, because women are not always right. No individual human being is always right, including our gender, males. But you got to pay attention. Try to see where they're coming from. Try to see where the person that you're married to or that you love, all of them, try to see where they're coming from. It's called validation. It feels really good when somebody else understands you. You don't have to agree with them, but you got to understand them. Let's see if that's what the song is about, Ronnie, shall we?
There's 2 suitcases hid back in the closet, packed for much more than a few days' stay.
Oh, they're packed already? Jeez.
And in her purse there's several $1,000.
Oh boy.
Years of saving for one rainy day.
I know somebody like this.
It scares her half to death to think of leaving. She's never been out on her own before.
She got married young.
Too many nights she's cried while he was sleeping. Oh, but she's not sure he loves her anymore. All it has to do to hold her is to hold her, and tell her how he feels down deep inside.
Yep.
All it has to do to hold her is to hold her. There's no way she would ever leave his side. To him,
You were right, Ronnie.
she's always been a special angel, and so much more than he thought he deserved. Oh, how was she to know all he's been feeling,
Yeah.
when he could never put it into words? He was so afraid one day she'd walk out on him. He knows he's just a plain and simple man. Yes, he is. He could easily tear down that wall between them. Everything he needs to keep hers in his hands. All it has to do to hold her is to hold her, and tell her how he feels down deep inside. All it has to do to hold her is to hold her. There's no way she would ever leave his side. Maybe he'll wake up in time to hold me.
Now that got switched in the end to Hold Me. Oh, jeez. That switcheroo. You're thinking it's a third person reference to someone else, just sort of like, or the omniscient narrator just depicting a story of two people, and then brought right into the situation. She's talking about herself. Maybe he would wake up. The line that got me initially, until she switched it from her to me, was that maybe he will wake up in time to hold her. And then it became really to hold me. I mean, maybe that was done purposely too, the narration, initially just to give you the sense of detachment. But he didn't have the confidence because he couldn't believe he got a woman like her, and that he didn't deserve a woman like her. So he couldn't even identify his feelings because he was a plain and simple man, I think the lyrics were. So he didn't have the articulation. He couldn't articulate what he was thinking or feeling. But just holding somebody is, I mean, I've said this before. When somebody passes away, for example, like let's say a neighbor has, like, their husband passes away or wife passes away, and or some tragedy befalls them, and you don't feel like you have the adequate words. You feel inadequate completely in that department. Like, how am I going to comfort this person? They live right across the street from me. I've known them for a couple decades, maybe, or years, and I don't know what to say. So you avoid them. And the thing is about those circumstances, words aren't always the thing that work. Sometimes just, hi, I heard about it. How are you feeling? Or a simple hug. You're not going to come out with the magic words when somebody's suffering like that. They won't remember exactly what you said usually, but they'll remember that you were there. So many parts of life are like dancing. You don't have to be good. You just have to be on the floor. People know when you're there. And in this song, Just Hold Her, that would say it all. But he would roll over, and according to this, I mean, I don't know where she was in this. I mean, it's easy to assume that she was angelic and perfect and all this stuff, and he was the lunk. Just going to work, coming home, taking her for granted, falling asleep. But yeah, I don't know what she was doing in this relationship, but we did get more of the emotional and psychological uh, overtones to what he was dealing with and what he was like. A simple guy who couldn't, you know, I don't buy that all the time, though. I've got to say, like, you may not be good with words, but you got to try. Other people will see that you're trying. You may not express it the way you want to. You might even be embarrassed at how you speak. One, you can always work on your speech and your, not just vocabulary, but being expressive. You can. You don't have to recite War and Peace every time you talk, but you can develop that vocabulary. Saying I love you, everybody knows how to say that. And if your gift is not speech or verbiage or words or anything, body language helps. A hug, for example, or kiss on the top of the head, or just rubbing your fingers on her back or what have you, or on his back if you're a woman. And it's just straightforward like that. But Ronnie, you got it. I'm sure this must have been requested before. But man, this is also, as you might have suspected, going in the premarital counseling playlist. I love this. And I'm officiating a wedding next year. And I'm debating on some of these songs of bringing them up to the couple that I'll be marrying, officiating the wedding for, just to give them some more insight. Doesn't hurt to benefit from other people who have gone through marriage and such. But she's not left yet. She just wants to be held for now in this song. So I'm going to rate the song as well, because Loretta was beautiful. The instrumentation was beautiful. The imagery was beautiful. The songwriter, huge kudos to the lyricist on this one. But of course, put lyrics in Loretta's mouth and they get better and more meaningful. And then the instrumentation was beautiful. That's why the song was. So the number that popped into my head on this was I've got to go with it. It's a 9.5. And it's because the advice and the depiction was so spot on that I can even relate to parts of it. And well, I can relate to a lot of parts of a lot of songs, but I mean, I'm 63. I should be able to relate to some of it. So anyway, Ronnie, thanks for spinning me around. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you in another video and keep rocking the country.